everybody! Welcome to our channel Living in Richmond, Virginia, where we show you exactly what it's like to live, work, eat, and play right here in RVA. If you're here, then maybe you're curious about what it's really like to live in Midlothian. Well, in this video, we won't hold anything back, and we're going to tell you all the real pros and cons of living in Midlothian. Be sure to stay to the end so you have all the information you need to help you decide if Midlothian's right for you.
If this is your first time to our channel, welcome. I'm Taylor Jefferson.
And I'm Sarah Jefferson.
And we own and operate Jefferson Grove Real Estate. We have helped countless families move to Richmond, and if you're thinking of doing the same, be sure to download our free Richmond relocation guide. The link's in the comments below and on our banner image on YouTube. And if you haven't already done so, you have to subscribe to our channel, because every week we'll be posting new videos all about living in Richmond, including more top neighborhoods, area tours, family-friendly activities to do, pros and cons list, and more. So let's jump into today's video, the real pros and cons of living in Midlothian, Virginia.
First, let's start with what Midlothian is. Midlothian is the name for the northwest section of Chesterfield County, and it encompasses quite a large area, including 3 zip codes, 23114, 23113, and 23112. Midlothian is located just south of the river below Short Pump, and it's definitely one of the best places to live in Richmond. So this brings us to our first pro. Pro number 1 is that your money goes further in Midlothian than Short Pump, which is why we say Midlothian's a really great alternative to living in Short Pump. We just ran some numbers, and the average 4-bed, 2.5-bath home in Short Pump costs $402,000, whereas Midlothian, it costs $342,000. And in Midlothian, your average year built is $1999 versus $1990 in Short Pump. So you get a newer house for about 15% less in Midlothian.
Now, we say the Midlothian is a great alternative to Short Pump, not just because of value comparing house prices, but also because, just like Short Pump, Midlothian's very amenity rich with lots of commercial development. And that's pro number 2. There are 2 main hubs when you look at all the Midlothian area. To the north, you have the Midlothian Turnpike bubble, which is just a little more spread out than West Broad Street and Short Pump. This stretch of amenities is almost 6 miles long, and on one end you've got the Chesterfield Town Center, which is one of the malls on the south side, and then on the west side you have Westchester Commons, which is a much newer and very large shopping center. There are tons of grocery stores, restaurants, shops, hotels, gas stations, and much more in between these 2 spots. Further south you have the Hull Street Road bubble, and if you follow that all the way down, it'll take you into the Moseley area. The best parts of this area are on the west side of Highway 288, but those are not as convenient to parts of Midlothian, such as the area near Midlothian Turnpike and Courthouse Road. Both of these bubbles have tons of grocery stores, shopping centers, and more.
This brings us to our first con. Since Midlothian is quite large, depending on where you live in Midlothian, you might have to take toll roads when commuting to downtown Richmond and elsewhere. Highway 76 has multiple exits into Midlothian that require a toll, and you may also get hit with additional tolls via the downtown expressway. But that isn't just specific to Midlothian. Definitely map out your route to see which is best for you. With Highway 288, it's possible to get to all the same places, but 288 takes you along the perimeter of the clock, whereas 76 might be more direct.
Speaking of Highway 288, this brings us to our second con. If you're commuting during rush hour, Highway 288 gets congested during those times. Now, this isn't California or New York gridlock, but it is entirely possible to see 15 to 20 miles per hour on 2 to 3 different stretches along this highway. First is near the Patterson Avenue exit, the second spot is right by the Midlothian Turnpike exit, and lastly along the Hull Street exit. As mentioned, if you're from a more congested area, you'll probably laugh at what we consider bad traffic here, and I truly think that Highway 95 is way worse, but it's still something you should be aware of.
So pro number 3 for living in Midlothian is that much like Short Pump, Midlothian has some of the best schools within all 3 of the zip codes mentioned. Head over to greatschools.org and type in 23114, 23113, and 23112 and check out the ratings for each area.
Switching back to real estate, pro number 4 is that new construction options in Midlothian are actually great. Unlike Short Pump, where it's either a budget breaker or it backs up to a highway, the new construction options in Midlothian are definitely better, and there are far more to choose from. Some of the best new construction neighborhoods to choose from are Tarrington, Halsley, Roundtray, and Newmarket. Tarrington's a beautiful riverfront neighborhood located along the James, and the HOA even provides an area on the river to fish or launch a boat from. There's also a pool house, miles of trails, and more. Halsley is a showstopper and one of our absolute favorite neighborhoods, period. Full of beautiful craftsman-style homes with tons of amenities. We'll absolutely be doing an upcoming video all about Halsley, so be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss it.
So while on the topic of homes, this brings us to our third con, real estate taxes. Chesterfield County has the second highest real estate tax rate compared to the rest of the areas in Richmond. The only one higher is Richmond City. Chesterfield charges 95 cents per $100 of assessed value, whereas Henrico County only charges 87 cents per 100. This equates to about a 9% higher tax. So a $500,000 home in Chesterfield will cost $4,750 a year, or $396 a month, whereas the same assessed home in Short Pump would cost $4,350 a year, or $362 a month.
So pro number 5 is that Midlothian has great dining options, and lots of the restaurants from Short Pump also have locations in Midlothian, such as Mellow Mushroom, Burger Bach, Taza Kitchen, Sedona Tap House, and more. One of the really great spots you have to check out that's unique to the Midlothian area is Wild Ginger, which is an awesome Pan-Asian cuisine. And honestly, it's making my mouth water thinking about it right now. I shouldn't have done this video before I had lunch. Definitely check them out. Be sure to check them out. Another one of our favorite spots is more low-key, but a great spot nonetheless. Wood and Iron Game Day is one of our go-to places because the happy hour is great, the food is delicious, and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg.
True. Pro number 6 is that there are lots of entertainment options around the Midlothian area. There are 2 dine-in movie theaters near Midlothian. They are both really great date night spots because it's a one-stop shop. Dinner, drinks, and a movie, what's not to love? AMC Dine-In is located on Midlothian Turnpike, and Cinebistro, which is our favorite, is located at Stony Point Mall. Beyond just movies, there are multiple golf courses and some really great parks. You have to check out Robius Landing Park, which has 3.4 miles of trails and provides for easy access of kayaking, canoeing, and fishing. There are also some really great gyms in the area too, including a huge Gold's Gym in Westchester Commons, ACAC Midlothian, which has a really cool water park, and a super nice American Family Fitness right off Midlothian Turnpike.
Since Midlothian's quite large, remember it is 3 different zip codes. This con might not be too much of a surprise, but con number 4 is that not every area of Midlothian is convenient to a major highway. Since Highway 288 is along the outer perimeter of the area, your commute begins before you even make it to the highway. There are parts of Midlothian where you'll have to travel miles before you even make it to the highway, and then once you do, you still have more miles to go. So definitely spend some time checking out your potential commute from wherever you might want to live.
Con number 5 kind of plays off this last one. Otterdale Road is this twisty, single-lane country road that a lot of the new development neighborhoods are located right off of. This is making Otterdale Road become more congested, and God forbid if you get stuck behind a school bus on it, game over. Now, this is more of an issue for those living in Moseley, but for the handful of neighborhoods located off Otterdale Road, it can be an issue.
Ultimately, we think that Midlothian is a phenomenal place to live and absolutely one of the best suburbs of Richmond. We have said it a few times now, and we think that Midlothian could be a great alternative to Short Pump. It's a little cheaper to buy a home here, and if you don't have to commute to work, or if your commute takes you south, then all the traffic-related cons might not even apply to you, and Midlothian could be perfect. The downside when comparing Short Pump and Midlothian Turnpike is that Short Pump has slightly better amenities, dining and entertainment, but it's not like it's leaps and bounds apart. Tell us, do you think you could live here? Why or why not? Leave us a comment below.
If you are thinking about buying a home in Midlothian, be sure to reach out to us. We got your back, and we will let you know all the facts so that you can make a great decision about where you want to live. Be sure to subscribe to our channel because every week we're posting new videos all about living in Richmond, and we have lots more coming up. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.